All right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for the first game of week number 5. Hoping for a good one, and I think it has the potential, but we'll have to see once we get into it. You can see their records only one apart at 2-2 versus 1-3, and the same of their position on the standings. But the trends are in opposite directions as Denver have won 2 straight, while Bedford have lost their last 3. Moving over then to our weekly schedule, you can see I think that top game definitely your highlight of the week. Other than that, Vancouver and Buffalo each looking for their first win. Both of these teams trying to climb, Boston trying to get back on track, and then a solid matchup where Daytona are favorites, but Loudon have surprised a couple teams. Looking at the standings then, 3 teams still undefeated, 3 without a win, and then 1 at 1 loss and 1 win, and 2 stuck in the middle. Moving over to our weekly stats, Gavin and Rush are your key players, although Gavin and T-Mac are tied with 3 stats led. Meanwhile, Rush holding 3 and his teammates have the rest more spread out, with also a tie on saves. In terms of team averages, they are well in favor of Denver, which tends to make sense. Obviously, they have one better series, and so a team that's doing better on the season will likely just have better averages. Interestingly, though, it is the demos that are in favor of Bedford and not the saves like you usually see with a team that's performing worse, and so that's more likely just a playstyle difference. Now we will have to see once our teams get in here. I may have missed something, I believe. Yes, actually Bedford have Craney, not Rush. So, not quite right about that. I'll probably change that after this week concludes, but won't be able to go back and do that now. And so just to emphasize that there is Craney on Bedford, not Rush, after that was a trade following the last week. So that's not reflected on the stats, I believe. Craney I didn't update the stats for. I would guess he might be leading. He's definitely the key player because he's had a very good season. So I think whether the stats are there or not, definitely giving it to Craney for that key player. But yeah, so if the stats were updated, I would go through and switch it now. But I had to update for this game, and I didn't. I had a moment of thinking, did either of these teams make a change? And then I just didn't. So, all good. We know that's Craney, and it'll be right by the time Loudon play, as we do have one of our teams in, and we will get the other one in and get this one underway shortly, I do hope. I think that's a good trade for Bedford, and this is a tough one to predict. I think I'm going to lean to Denver. First of all, just because we have seen really good play out of Denver and we know how good Gavin can be. But especially with Craney, that's a really solid squad for Bedford. So, definitely interested to see how it goes. I think I have to go Denver. I'm going to go 3-2 just because this is one where I'm not really very sure how I want to divide it. And so I'm just thinking that we might be seeing a closer series, but I think generally I'm going to lean with Denver just based on past results. And I'm interested to see where it goes. I do believe we are ready. And so we load in game number 1. It'll be Denver in blue and Bedford in orange. And we have no Luigi and no... trying to think of the rosters. No Luigi, no Frighten here in this first game. And it's looking like an early start for Denver. T-Mac clips it just off the post. It sits on the goal line. And then Gavin is there to hit the shot. And so it's now 1-0 for Denver. Only 10 seconds in. Obviously a very strong start for them. We'll see if they can keep it up as that's a close attempt. That's blocked away by Craney on the line. Bussin now looking for the flick forward. Drop down. T-Mac shot. Dunked in. And it's 2 for Denver. 13 seconds later, they add on another. And it's now a multi-goal lead for the Apex. Still a lot of time left to play for Bedford, but certainly not the start they were looking for. This one's bounced down. Bussin trying to jump up. Won't be able to get much on it. Now T-Mac banging it the other way. Bozy up off the sidewall. Bussin will play it across, but no one really there. He'll play it away again. Bozy down off the right side. Dunk down into the corner. Looking for another touch. Popped up in the air. Now drop down. Bozy jumping up. Looking for one touch. We'll leave it off to Craney. Now Craney off the side again as Gavin will get the catch forward. Gavin jumping up. Shot will ring high. Now around the outside again. Over off the sidewall. Lynx trying to play it down. Craney already up. Dropping it down. And in. The first goal goes through for Bedford as Craney already making an impact. A nice redirect there. All the way down from near the ceiling. And so the Bulldogs are finally on the board, although Bussin maybe a chance at a pass back. T-Mac there, it's high. Gavin moving in, it's wide. Would have been a chance, but no shot on target. As now Lynx will try to clear it away again. Bussin in the air, it's off the right side. Gavin now, the shot forward, pop downfield. Craney trying to follow it up. Not much gonna work with that one, as now Bussin down the sideline again, pinched across. Craney now, trying to center it, dropping it down, bounced forward. Bussin away again. This one down towards the right side. Awkward touch by Bozy. It could be a giveaway. Lynx will try to keep it away. It's up off the bar. Craney now will half flip, and he will get it pushed past midfield. So they won't be punished for now, although Denver are still pushing in. T-Mac another even 50, but Bozy gets a dunk. Craney now up again. Bang off the back wall. T-Mac dropping it down. Lynx racing in. It's up off the backboard. Bozy now moving in. He'll try to pop it up, but T-Mac sends it away. Half the game left to go. Still a 1-goal lead in the favor of Denver, but we've seen a good amount of pressure back for Bedford. So this definitely feels like there could be a chance this turns into a solid game. Missed there by T-Mac. I'd say there's also been a couple missed opportunities for each side, especially likely Denver, but a couple that each of these teams would have liked to had. This one now cleared straight downfield. Bozy gonna let it bounce out. T-Mac looking for a pass, but no one there to receive. Gavin gets a 50, but it's still one away by Bedford. Bozy now strong touch forward, but it's right at Gavin. Gavin will control and flick it over one. Now Craney plays it off the sidewall, but he can't double it, and T-Mac's already there. Now up off the left side again. Bussin trying to clear it away. Lynx will get a save. Gavin on it again, looking for the center. Bozy will send it downfield. Now over to the left wall. Bussin will turn in. Half a tank of boost. He'll pop over one as now it bounces out. T-Mac there, but Lynx is able to get a 50 on it. Lynx in the air again now. Trying to get it down, won't be able to. Craney off the backboard, bouncing down. Bozy, it's off the bar and popped wide by Gavin. 75 seconds left to go here. Still a 1-0 lead holding in favor of Denver, but it has gotten close. Lynx tries to pass it back. Craney's there to clear it down. That could be a setup off the back wall. Craney high. Follow up high as well. Lynx racing in. Can't find an angle. Bussin gets another save. Lynx now looking for a center. Gavin will send it all the way downfield, and it will just bounce in. 3-1. After another close sequence, Gavin sends it full field. And it is a 2-goal lead again with 47 to go. And that may have just secured the Game 1 win. Link's trying to pop it up again, looking for the center across, busting now over to the right side. Posey, the 50 in, it's off the back wall, Lynx is in the air, lets it drop down. T-Mac now in again. Craney passing it back, T-Mac trying to follow it up. Now centered out, Posey trying to pop it away, will get it downfield, now T-Mac will pop it in. Gavin now, looking for another touch, gets a bump. Save is there by Craney, but the time will not for Bedford, running down. Final 5 seconds to go. And as it reaches 0 with a 2-goal lead, Denver are going to take the first game. Average rank, I see asked. Hard to say. The person who said C2, C3 probably isn't wrong. I need to wait to transition because your shots are going to be 10-7 in favor of Denver, and they will get the lead in terms of goals as well, of course. And so as we move on towards game number 2, they will be 1 ahead in the set. And, I mean, if I had advice for both teams, then I'm saying hit your opportunities. Because we've seen a lot of chances that have hit off the posts, or the follow-up's been a little bit too slow, or in whatever way, just hasn't worked. So, I'd certainly like to see just a little bit better play from both sides, as this one popped forward, then blocked over to the side by Gavin. Early push here for Bedford, as they're trying to find some level of control, and maybe an early goal, but won't be just yet. Gavin looking for another pass across. I think especially for Bedford, it felt like they had the missed chances more so. I mean, there were a couple for Denver, but Bedford are the ones that, at least in 2 instances, had shots that just, in the end, should have been on target and were not. And especially given that, realistically, they should have lost that game by 1. Those opportunities mattered. But we'll see. Well, yeah. Like, I think at least probably, like, Gavin, it might be in the GC1 range or so. So, there are some pixels that get into GC, but yeah, for the most part, if you're GC2 or above, then you're up in Prism. So, there you go. And this one's dropped down. Bozy trying to block it away. Gavin will get a touch up off the ceiling. Now Bussin diving in. It's off the backboard, dropping down. Team Echo 50 over off the right side. Also, if you look standings-wise, this is 6 versus 7. It's better this season because of, you know, ratings and stuff. But for the most part, of course, some of the best players will be on the best teams. So, probably not the fastest teams. No pick up. Bussin now trying to get up to it. Frighten, get another touch away. Catch up the left wall. Gavin looking to get it forward, but won't be able to keep that control. Now T-Mac won't connect either. Craney leaving it back. Bozy will bang it forward. Gavin trying to get up for the touch. Will be able to play it off his own back wall. Now brought away again. Bussin off the right wall. T-Mac now another big 50. Bozy trying to jump up. Will be able to kill it as Craney might think about turning, and he will. But no one will get a touch in the end, as we also haven't mentioned Frighten did jump in for this game. And so there's a change trying to come through for Bedford, but so far haven't been able to find an advantage, as we're still scoreless here as we crest the halfway point. Is he trying to play it forward? I mean, maybe Lemon. As it drops down here for Frighten. I'd say there's still a pretty, like, solid divide in Pixel. But, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We're not quite halfway in yet. As this one's popped away. Gavin trying to bring it down. Craney will send it downfield. Bozy in the air, can't get there. Bussin will get the save. I'd probably agree. Craney probably also in the conversation, but... this one's up off the back wall again. 50 away. Rolling down. It'll go just wide again. Now up in the air. Frighten trying to get it out. Off the right side by Bosey. Bussin looking to set up Gavin as he'll actually get a double himself. He might just look for a shot. It'll roll up the back wall. Now Bosey getting another send. Under 90 seconds left to go. Still nothing on the board just yet. This one drops down. Gavin not going to get that touch. There's one by Bussin, and it goes in. 1-0. Denver on the board as Bussin snipes the far post. And it's 1-0. Bussin now popping it up in the air again. Bosey will knock it down. T-Mac banging it up off the side walls. Now Gavin lets it go back. Frighten just going to pop it forward, but it goes wide into the corner. As it drops down towards the corner again. This is also just quite a slow series, generally. I mean, we've seen, like, last week was much better from Bosey. So, I think, just in general, this probably isn't the best show of either team. And, of course, we do have Bussin in instead of T-Mac as far as Denver go. But Bussin played a good game, of course. Just might change the gameplay a little bit. As T-Mac tries to play this one over towards the left side. Right now in around the back wall. Bit of a miss there by Gavin. Bosey's there to punish. And just like that, we have a tie game. 1-1. Just a little bit too awkward there for the Apex. And so the Bulldogs are given their opportunity. Now this one's around the outside. T-Mac trying to get it down the sideline. Oh, of course. Now popping up again. Gavin able to get a good touch forward there. As now Bosey will be the one to play it away. Bussin trying to jump over. Won't get a touch, and so it'll be T-Mac to pick it up. He'll grab the mid boost as well as it centers out. Gavin's in the air. His shot will pop up wide. Attempted clear away there. As now Bussin goes for a catch. Rolled up the left wall. He'll keep it in the air, but for how long? As instead it will fall. And we are headed on to golden goal. It's overtime in game number 2. Early miss there by Gavin, but T-Mac will be able to track it down. Now pop down into the corner again. Dunk down by Bussin. No follow-up touch, and Craney will try to get it away. Is there a challenge? Gavin loses out. Bosey now in next. Bang off the back wall. Backflip by T-Mac. Frighten has a shot. By the way, it was no Luigi. We'll see if he comes in. But Frighten ties up the series as it gets a little bit too awkward. And it's a game back for Bedford. I think in the middle of that I said no T-Mac for Denver. Yeah, he is obviously in there. It was no Luigi. So again, we'll see if we see that change as they outshoot them 8-3. So a very dominant game pressure-wise, but one that they need to go into beyond 5 minutes to close out a win. So still a decent game for Denver, but I think as the shots show, we really just didn't see a lot out of them. I mean, they got their goal by the end, but it took them a while, and even then it just didn't feel like we were seeing a whole lot of pressure or a whole lot of action in general. And so, as we roll on now for game number 3, we will not be seeing a change come through. And so the same rosters run it back. But will Denver battle back, or will Bedford keep it moving as we load into Urban Central to determine who can find match point first? Brighton not going to connect on it. It bounces out. First blood over to Bedford as it's Bosey on it again. A little bit too slow from the defense, and Bosey makes them pay. A bullet down the middle. And 8 seconds in, Bedford are gonna take an early lead. Now popped around the outside again. Mac gonna have to leave that one off as Crane will bang it off the back wall. Now Bussin trying to center it around. Bozy a little bit of an awkward touchdown. Frighten will clear it in. T-Mac now dunk it the other way. Bozy up off the corner. T-Mac gonna get beat by Craney. Gavin now rolling it up the corner. He'll look to center it out, looking for a shot downfield. Bozy will bring it back. Gavin now up off the corner again. T-Mac dunked down by Craney. Gavin will turn back in though. 50 off the sidewall. Bussin trying to jump up. Frighten will knock it away. Now off the backboard by Craney. Gavin will get up. He'll get the touch. And he'll bail his team out of that. As a minute in, still haven't seen a whole lot of pressure from Denver. It seems like since Frighten has stepped in, Bedford have had much better control of this series. And Denver have been the ones lacking, as that's just gonna be another goal. Craney, like Gavin in game 1, sees an opportunity and just bangs it downfield. And so a multi-goal lead here. Bedford will score the first 2 of the game. And now the pressure is on for Denver as this series is kind of starting to run away from them. Now dropping down, Gavin looking for a shot. It's blocked. He does get a dunk, but it's just out to the side wall. Right, another one downfield, putting some pressure on. And it's a good thing he did, because they'll get a goal out of it as Craney knocks it through. The touch from T-Mac just gets away from him, and then Craney snipes the bottom right corner. And it's 3-0 for Bedford. Right now, a 1 kickoff could be more pressure. T-Mac will knock it away for now. Rolling forward again, and it's T-Mac. Denver have a response. Still down big, but at the very least, it's a goal back. Over 3 minutes left to go. Plenty of time for Denver. We'll see if they can turn this into a bit of a run. Bussin dunks it down. T-Mac will bang it downfield towards the back wall where Craney's already waiting. He'll catch it down. Gavin will get a 50, but that one will turn into a good clear. Now Craney wins another 50 downfield. Over the right wall, dunked up off the ceiling. Craney will be on it first. He'll try to knock it down. It might be on it. Would have been wide, but Gavin will be there to clear it away either way. Frighten now trying to wait on it. Could have been a bad idea, but T-Mac's shot does still hit the post. T-Mac now on this one. That's a pass off the bar. Busts in there. Craney saves, but Gavin is there to follow. And it's a 1-goal game. The momentum continues to shift as Gavin wins a big 50. And with half the game left to go, we are back within 1. Off the backboard again. Put it away. Bussin will pop it up in the air. Now dropping down. Craney waiting on it. He'll dribble it downfield, looking for another cut. Looking for a dribble. Walk to the side by Gavin. Bussin now looking for a pop-up. Frighten will look for a bump. Won't be able to get it. Bozy though miss. Craney left alone. That touch will beat 1. Bozy now looking for another back pass. Craney will win 150, but Bussin's already on it. Looking for a center. Frighten will knock it down. T-Mac now up off the corner. This one dropping in. Played off the right side again. Frighten now knocking it down. It's Craney downfield. Bozy lets it go. Craney gets the shot. Gets the goal. Hat trick for him. And it's 4-2. T-Mac maybe faked either way, just not ready for it. Doesn't get a good touch, and it's dunked right back through. Yeah, I mean, most people just in Rocket League in general are 2s mains. So it's definitely an adjustment. The better you are at... Okay, hold on. Frighten. That's unfortunate. Bussin gets a pinch. Good play by him. Frighten trying to read it. Unfortunately, going the wrong way. Taps it into his own net, and so it's a 1-goal game again, as it's 4-3. Yeah, I mean, the better you are at 3s, obviously, the better it probably goes for you. But there's an adjustment either way, and a lot of people are twos players, so, you know, you can make that adjustment around your team. Oh, Gavin looks for a flick forward. I should also mention, though, of course, we are mid-season, and so as that shot, okay, we got to look at the game for a minute because Gavin snipes it top right. You see, didn't have boost there, but he gets the mid boost, jumps right back in, and just slams it in. Now, with that top right corner shot, we are tied up at 4. So from 3-0 to 4-4. The comeback has been completed for Denver, but can they actually win the game? Because they still need at least one more to go in their favor. What I was going to say is I will mention, if you want to get involved, join the Discord. Since we are mid-season with how the rules currently are, you can't become an active player, but you could become a PFA, which means that you could get involved. Say a team is missing a player and needs to get like an emergency sub. And then obviously you can get your name out there by being active and be more likely to get picked next season. But either way, 40 seconds left to go here as this one is tied up at 4. 50'd up off the corner here by Bozy. T-Mac trying to get it forward. It'll bounce downfield. Bozy now in the air. Dunked away by Bussin. Dropping down again. Frightened. Dunked by Gavin off the left side. 20 seconds left to go. Still a tie game as Craney and Bozy run into each other. Now Bozy with a miss. Craney's so awkward. T-Mac trying to center it. Gavin's there. Blocked by Frightened for now. Bozy thinking about a counter, but he doesn't have the boost to reach it. Craney now a catch by 1. T-Mac will get a dunk. It'll roll up the sidewall. Time is running down. And for the second game in a row, we are headed on to overtime to determine our winner. T-Mac gets a good 51. High in the corner. Gavin in the air early looking for a pass back. Bussin dunked off the corner again. Now bouncing along downfield. No one able to go until T-Mac plays it down to the corner again. Now up in the air. No one on that one. Now bouncing downfield. Gavin trying to let it go. Bozy on the outside, knocking it down. Bozy now bouncing forward. And eventually will get cleared out to the side. Now T-Mac trying to wait behind it, looking for the dribble. Cuts. Now up off the left wall. Another dunk by T-Mac. He'll let it go. And Bussin scores it. Denver battle back, and they are on match point. They'll take this game 5-4, and they are 1 away from their 3rd straight win. This time they'll outshoot them 11-8, and they'll get 1 extra goal out of it. These two teams' abbreviations are so similar, it's kind of hard to type them both. But now the question is for Bedford. It felt like that was your game. That was the game you had a 3-goal lead twice at 3-0 and 4-1. And yet you still couldn't hold on to it. And so, do you have the mental wherewithal to now battle back and just get another lead and just win another game? Or mentally, does it just feel like no matter what you do, it's not working? And of course, that is the question that we'll have to answer. As this one bounces down, T-Mac playing it to the side. Bussin already there, dunked by Craney. That's fair. Bozy trying to get it down around the corner, looking for another one out. Bussin will tap it down. T-Mac now over off the left wall. Gavin waiting under it. He'll take a shot. Craney misses the boost, but he'll get back in time. Bozy now will flick it around 1, looking for a follow. It'll bounce up. Frightened now in the air. Gavin will get it downfield again. Gavin now sending it down, trying for the play around. It'll just be Craney to get the clear. And now Bozy will play it up, looking for a touch. It almost goes in, and the dunk is there. First blood to Bedford again. Bozy goes up, drops under. T-Mac dunks through Gavin. Oh, absolutely. Right. This one's dropping in again. Bozy. It'll bounce up. I do recognize the name. That is true. Gavin looking for the catch. Craney trying to win it forward. T-Mac now 50 up in the air. Frighten off the back wall. Bozy looking for another shot. It'll drop down wide. Bussin now trying to pop it up. We'll have to let that one go as Frighten switching into the Octane, trying to change something up. He'll get that one downfield, but then it's dunked out the other way. Now bouncing down, a bit of a miss there. Bozy off the post, another shot. Would have needed to be a pass, but no one's there to finish it. And so the lead stays at 1 for now. Clear it away now off the left side, dropping down. There's a shot, but it'll go just wide. Rolling up the sidewall again. Dropping back down. Gavin lets that one go. Frightened behind it. It'll bounce down off the ceiling. Bussin now trying to play it down. T-Mac will play it forward. Caught up and around. Gavin, another 50 attempted. Frightened lets it go. Bussin off the back wall. T-Mac ties the game. 1-1. Denver erase another lead. This one a lot less substantial than last game, but as we're approaching half the game played, we are back to parity. Now downfield, Craney off the post again. Crashing in was Frightened, but he'll lose out on the challenge. Bozy now winning it back forward. Bussin off the right wall. Gavin now downfield. 50'd off the backboard again. Sent away, Frightened's waiting under it. Now played forward. T-Mac getting it away. Bozy banged down. Gavin staying with it, now around the outside. Craney trying to center it. This one played in. Now sent the other way. It's Frightened off the right wall. T-Mac up. Not able to get a piece of that one as now Bussin sends it forward. Bozy off the right side again, dropping down. Bozy flick across, Frightened can't connect. Gavin now an even 50, but Craney will win the next one. Off the back wall again, dropping down. Frightened not able to get on that one. Now off the back wall, Bussin trying to play it in. This one dropping down, not gonna be there. And now T-Mac plays it over to the side, bouncing up in the air. This one rolling down, it's Gavin up again. Even game state, but it's been a lot of Bedford favored pressure recently. So it feels like they should be the next team to score, but I mean, you know, so far, kind of hard to say because we've seen a lot of counterattacks and a lot of pressure switches in this series. As we're under 75 seconds left to go here. One goal could decide the series if it's Denver to pick it up. But Bedford in dire need of this one, of course. Still a long way to go left in the season, and still the play-in waiting, even if it doesn't go their way. But as of now, alone, or at least without a tie in the bottom four, would like to pick up this win and stop their free fall, as it would be their 4th straight loss. But so far, not looking... Well, I mean, so far they're in a bit of a rough patch, but of course, tied in this game, it could be a whole lot worse. As Bozy tries to center this one out, Craney jumping up. I think it's a bit too high. Bussin's touch, though, is going the wrong way. Bozy hits the bar. Had to rush it, gets under it, and it pings away. 20 seconds now. Another center cross by Craney. That could help. Obviously, depends how comfortable you are with whatever you use. Bozy trying to get it away. This one popped downfield. Bozy, another! That one's in! 3 seconds left to play. And it's a lead for Bedford as Bozy goes posting in. Will there be some last-second heroics? It looks like the answer is no. They let it drop. And Bedford send us all the way. They outshoot them 7-4. And they have earned a Game 5. As we look forward to one final map, it will be Champions Field to determine who gets the first win of week number 5. After this game, both these teams will be past halfway into their season. But will they be moving into the second half with a win? Or will it be a loss? Denver had match point. They could not close it out. But they bounced back from Game 2 into Game 3. Can they do it again into Game 5? Or will it be Bedford? Feels like if they had won that third game, obviously they would have been out of this one in 4. But now they still need another win. T-Mac trying to center it around. Bozy getting up will knock it down. Gavin on the catch. He'll win at 50, but Craney's there to crash it, and he'll get the clear downfield. Now around the outside, Craney centering again. T-Mac sending it away. Off the back wall, sent along by Frighten. Now Bussin trying to pop it up. This one around the outside. Gavin up in the air. Craney already there. Now T-Mac following it up. Looking for a dribble. 50 off the right side. Bussin dropping it in again. T-Mac now not able to get too much on that. Craney just trying to slow it down for an air dribble, but it goes the wrong way. And it goes all the way the wrong way. As Gavin claims first blood. Craney tried to slow play it, but Gavin just plays it off him like a tee. And the Apex claim the first goal 1 minute in to the final game here. Now popped around again. Cozy playing it away. Gavin trying to center it across, looking for another one. High towards the net. Craney will get it away. Yo, so true, Luigi. Mac trying to play it around again, dropping down in front of the net, but it'll get pinched away. Now Bedford look to start an attack. Frighten back in a Fennec. Everyone in that corner, they almost all get beat. Still, it's really awkward for Denver, but so too is it for Bedford. That slows down their push and kind of allows Denver to recover as they push it past midfield. Response touches there as Craney wins another 50. Bussin left awkward. T-Mac will help, but it's still centered in front of the net. Gavin a good touch away, though. That'll at least buy some time as Bozy will try to bang it back forward. Bozy now centered across. This one's up off the back wall. No one able to reach it. Bozy now to the right side. No one able to connect on that one. Bussin still with it. 50 over to the left side. Bussin another pinch around. It'll roll back down. Right now over towards the ceiling. Gavin off the right wall, dropping down. T-Mac 50s it out to the side. T-Mac now, another one popped up. Double commit for Denver, and they won't get much out of it. Gavin on it already, bumped a little bit. He'll still get a chance to jump it. He'll center it across. T-Mac diving in. Craney's on it first. More than half the game gone. Still only that one goal on the board, but a very back and forth game. And so Denver can't get comfortable too early here. T-Mac now slowing it down, bangs it in. Craney saves. Bussin racing in, off the post. Some good tries for Denver, but not enough to cross the line. Under 2 minutes left to play. Bedford looking for a play here. Frighten will get it back into the corner. He'll rush it in again. T-Mac now looking for a clear, floating for Craney, bouncing in. T-Mac can't save it. Don't think it was T-Mac actually. It was Gavin making that last effort. But either way, Craney's shot gets by him. And it is a tied up game. 106 ticks left to go. And this one is all tied up. The pressure has kind of leaned back in the favor of Bedford, although it's still been very back and forth. And so kind of unlike the past games, very hard to tell who's more likely to get that next goal, and it could very possibly just come off a mistake eventually. But this is a scary 50 up in the air. Bussin will try to get it away, and T-Mac will be able to do so. T-Mac now in the corner, 50 across. Gavin saved by Bozy. Bussin's pop saved by Frighten. Bussin now up to the corner again. Frighten will let it drop down. Cleared away and now dunked back down. Bouncing away, but cleared out again. Frighten now waiting under it. That one shot in. Late lead for Bedford. Yeah, he would be based on that. Frighten takes advantage of Gavin being a little bit too passive. He slots it by him. And it is a 1-goal Bedford lead as they have scored 2 straight. And there's under a minute left to play. T-Mac looking for a pass back. Bussin looking a little bit awkward. Can't put it towards the net. T-Mac now trying to center it. Low boost. It's just a high pop. And Frighten will play to the other side. Gavin's there to collect it. He'll center it himself. But Craney will get it away. T-Mac now. Pinch right up into the air. Looking for an early shot, but easily saved by Frighten. Gavin's play will be back into the corner. 15 left to go. Bozy will beat one. He'll get it all the way downfield. Time will run low. Denver need a goal, but they won't even get a clear. It felt like they should have won this series, but Bedford say no. And the Bulldogs get a win back and tie up their record with this very team. And that is a very important one, as they will be at least tied for 6th, if not 5th, depending on the Loudoun series later this week. Of course, we'll ask about an interview, but what a series. Back and forth they go. Bedford almost sold it, but they managed to get it back. They managed to close it out. And so they will be the victors in this series. I mean, who knows? I mean, Lemon, all I can say is that they were all close games. I think, first of all, they were all close games. And they're trying to get sub-games in against what should be a weaker team. And then I think also there's a little bit of, like, sunk cost. Where, well, we've already won 2 games with Bussin. And so we don't want to mess with it by putting in Luigi, you know? So it's like, it's tough. That obviously they started the series with Bussin to try to get sub-games. Then they win a game. Then they lose a really close one. So it feels like, okay, so we can win, and we are really close in this one, so might as well just keep running it. And then you manage to get a comeback in Game 3. You're like, okay, great, we can just win this. Then you lose that Game 4, and like I said, it's kind of just like, well, we've come this far. What's the point of risking trying to change it? So it's a hard decision. It was still a close game, but in the end, it will favor Bedford, and we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Bedford. A bit of a close one, but you guys win it in 5. How does it feel to be back in the win column?
It feels amazing. Three weeks of losing is a little rough, but we do pull it out in 5, and it was an incredibly close series, I gotta say.
Absolutely. Now, first thing I'll ask, what was the mentality after Game 3? Because that was a tough one.
Yeah.
It was rough, but we overcame. I think we just kind of sucked it up, said, yeah, we messed up, and moved on.
I like the catch.
Yes, thank you.
So you guys just felt confident you could win the series, just knew you had to play your game, pretty much?
Yeah, I figured we probably would win it going into the series. I didn't think it would be that close. I knew we'd had to shut down Gavin. I would love to see Luigi in there because I know that he wanted to be in there, and I wanted to see how that would go. But they played incredibly well, and I think we deserved the win in the end after that game.
Absolutely. And
Well, boys, you guys got anything to say before he moves on? Hell, I don't want to take all the spotlight here.
Nah, we was all just having a bad day, honestly. We didn't feel too great, but a win's a win. So,
We take those.
yep,
Hmm.
yep.
the standard mentality, of course. Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially in comparison to the last few weeks, your schedule is starting to open up a little bit more, as you guys are slated to play up against Buffalo next week. How do you feel about that matchup?
Wonderful. We
Yeah, I
feel
think it's gonna be pretty damn good series. I think we outspeed them quite a bit. But if they come out and play their game, play solid, I think we'll be a good series like this one.
Absolutely. Well, I do think that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win and good luck next week.
Thanks,
Thank
Will.
you very much, Doggo. You have a good night.
You as well. All right, and that will do it for the first game of week number 5. Not a lot of games scheduled so far, just this one and then one for much later that will be played on Friday. So, still waiting on a lot. Usually, we don't go too long without some, and there are some early games. I don't know about tomorrow, but if I had to guess, likely by like Tuesday, we might have another game. But we'll see. Make sure you watch the Discord and when this channel goes live so you don't miss the next game. But your final score here, one last time, Bedford 3, Denver 2, as the Bulldogs just outlast them. And so we'll see you later on this week for more Week 5.